right, let's begin in child's pose. So again, big toes together, knees wide. First child's pose, just checking in here, seeing how your body feels. Starting to connect to your ujjayi breath, breathing in and out through the nose. Slightly constricting the back of your throat so you can hear the sound of your breath. Make your inhales, exhales even longer. Walk your hands to the right side of the mat and place that left hand on top of the right so you feel a little stretch to the left side of the body. And then walk it to the left side, right hand goes on top of the left. And bring it up to your hands and knees to a tabletop position. Inhale, drop the belly, arch your back and gaze up for cow pose. And then exhale, tuck your chin in and round your back for cat. Warming up the spine. Inhale to arch. Exhale to round. One more time. Inhale as you arch. And exhale as you round. And then kind of flat back. Step your left leg out to the side. Come up for gate pose. So you're on your right knee and your left foot. Left hand goes on the left leg, and then you reach your right arm over your ear, creating a side body stretch here on the right side of your body. Lift up, switch the leg. So the left knee goes down. Step your right foot to the side. Reach that left arm over your ear, stretching the left side of your body. Good. Back to your hands and knees to that tabletop position. Thread the needle. Peel the right arm up. Thread it through. Put your head down. Walk your left hand forward. Maybe crawl it a little bit to the right, stretching into the shoulder and the upper back. Back to tabletop. Switching sides. Peel the left arm up and thread it through. And then walk that right hand forward. Maybe a little bit over to the left side. Good. Come back to tabletop. Let me just let someone else into the class here. All right. Now from tabletop, opposite arm and leg. So right arm goes forward, left leg goes back. Using your core to balance. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale to extend and reach. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale to extend. One more time. Exhale, knee to elbow. Now as you inhale, you can choose to extend and hold it, or you can start to find a back bend here by bending the leg, grabbing the foot, and kicking it back. Right hand to left foot. Good. Stretch it out. Place it down and switch sides. Left arm, right leg. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale to extend. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, extend. One more time, knee to elbow. Then extend it out and hold, or bend the leg, grab the foot on this side and kick it back for that back bend. Stretch it out, place it down, and then we'll move into our first downward facing dog. Plant your hands shoulder width, tuck your toes, lift your hips up, and bend one leg at a time. Feet hips width distance. Walk it out, stretch the calves, the hamstrings. You can also try bending one elbow at a time. Shoulders away from the ears. Pressing the weight towards the heels. Don't worry if your heels don't reach the floor yet, but just pushing the weight towards the heels. Walk your feet to the front, ragdoll. Feet hips width, bend your knees and grab opposite elbows. And just let yourself hang, maybe shake your head, yes and no. Relaxing the neck. And swaying side to side or forward and back. Releasing your arms, roll yourself all the way up to stand. And when you get to the top, lift your arms up. Your right hand will grab your left wrist, pull it to the right, creating a side body stretch. And switch. Your left hand grabs that right wrist and pull it to the other side. Good. Bring it to center. Interlace the fingers behind the back or grab your strap here and hold onto your strap. Open the chest, bend your knees, fold forward. And release your hands down to the ground. Inhale, lengthen to a flat back. As you exhale, step back to plank. And for our first chaturanga, we'll put the knees on the floor. Hug the elbows in, slowly lower down, all in one unit. And then press down through the tops of the feet. Inhale to cobra pose, just a small back bend. Good, lower down. Push up to your knees to that modified plank. Then tuck your toes under and meet back in down dog. And then keep in mind as we start to move here and start to warm up, you can always do that version of chaturanga, and you can do cobra instead of up dog if you need to. Look forward, step or hop, both feet to the front, feet together this time. Inhale, lengthen to a flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Now we use that flat back. Inhale, reverse swan dive up. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center. Sun salutation A, Surya Namaskara A. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, swan dive down. Inhale to lengthen. And then exhale, you can step or hop back to chaturanga, low push up from the toes or the knees halfway down. Inhale, flip over the feet for up dog or cobra. If you're an up dog, knees are off of the floor. Exhale, downward facing dog. Look forward, step or hop, both feet to the front. Inhale, lengthen, flat back. Exhale to fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. One more time, just like that. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, swan dive down. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, you can step or hop back. Chaturanga, low push up. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. Look forward, step or hop your feet to the front. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale to fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. And now we'll do sun B, Surya Namaskara B, just one time from beginning to end. So from here, reach the arms up, bend your legs, chair pose, Utkatasana, knees and feet together. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, step or hop back, chaturanga, low push up. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale to down dog. Lift the right leg up, step it forward, warrior one, Virabhadrasana A. Pivot the back heel flat, square your hips towards the front. Exhale, hands to the floor. Step back, chaturanga, any variation. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. Lift the left leg up and step it forward, warrior one, Virabhadrasana A. Pivoting the right heel flat, squaring the hips as you lift your arms up. Exhaling, hands to the mat, step back, chaturanga, low push up. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Look forward, step or hop, both feet back to the front. Inhale, lengthen, flat back. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees, chair pose, Utkatasana, lift arms. Press up to stand, hands to heart center. Good, separate your feet just hips width distance apart. Camel pose, Ustrasana. Fingers can point up or down on your lower back, near your hips there. Squeeze your shoulder blades, elbows together. Lift your chest up and then go back and push your hips forward. So imagine you're going up and over a big ball here. Slowly come up, bend the knees, fold forward. Take your peace fingers, grab your big toes, Padangustasana. Inhale to lengthen, exhale to fold. Maybe straightening the legs. If your hamstrings are feeling a little bit tight, just keep the knees bent. Now you can choose to stay here if you want to practice your crow pose today, Bakasana. Your arm balances, plant the hands shoulder width. If you're coming into crow, walk the feet back a little bit. Lift your knees up high on those triceps. The closer to the armpits, the better. Lean forward and maybe lift one or both feet. Bakasana, crow pose. And then either from your forward fold or from your crow, you can hop or step back, taking your vinyasa. And then we'll meet in downward facing dog, however you choose to get there. And take a couple deep breaths. Reset here in your down dog. Lift the right leg up. Step into a low lunge this time. So put the back knee down. Make sure your right knee's over the ankle and start with the hands on that right thigh. And then really sink into this left hip flexor. We want to start to open that up. It's going to help with our back bends. If you want from here, you can also lift your arms up, gaze up, maybe press those palms together. And lower your hands to the floor or blocks. Half splits, straightening the right leg, flexing the foot, folding towards that right leg, checking in with the hamstring, the back of the leg. Rebend the legs. You can put your hands down. Just go straight back to down dog. Reset in your down dog. Lift the left leg up and step it forward to that low lunge and put your back knee down. Again, left knee directly over the ankle. Start with the hands on the thigh and sink into that right hip flexor, the front of that right hip. You can stay here or lift your arms up, gaze up, maybe press the palms together. And then lower the hands down for half split, straightening the left leg, flexing the left foot, and folding towards that left leg. Rebend the leg, bring your hands to the mat, step back, down dog. Now from here, we're going to lift the right leg up, open the hip and bend the leg. Now you can choose. You can stay here. This is a nice stretch, or you can try to flip your dog over by bringing the right foot to the floor, pivoting the left foot around, and then reaching that right arm forward. So all 10 toes face the back now. Your hips are lifting up. It's a big back bend. That right arm is reaching towards the front. Now, when you're ready to go back, look down, put your hand down, flip yourself back around to that three-legged dog. Step your right foot forward, warrior one. So we'll meet in our warrior one position, squaring the hips. Interlace the fingers behind the back, grab a strap if you want it, open up the chest, and bow forward, humble warrior. Torso coming right to the inside of that thigh if you can, and start to work your head closer to the ground. Lift your arms all the way back up to warrior one. Reach the arms up. Open to warrior two. Walk your back foot out a little bit wider. Line up right heel to left arch. Gaze at your right hand and flip that palm up. Inhale, reverse warrior. It's a side body stretch. Exhale, side angle. Right elbow to the thigh or right hand to the floor block. Left arm can stay straight up to the ceiling, or you can reach it forward, palm facing down. Utthita Parsva Konasana, extended side angle. Lift back up to warrior two. Inhale as you reverse. Exhale, windmill the hands to the mat. Step back, chaturanga, low push up. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Now we'll flip our dog on the other side. Remember, it's optional. So lift the left leg up, open the hip, bend the leg. If you want to stay there, or flip it all the way over, pivot all 10 toes to face the back, reach that left arm forward and lift your hips up. Then when you look down, flip back around to your three-legged dog. Step the left foot forward, warrior one, pivoting that right heel flat, squaring the hips, lifting the arms up. Try to interlace the fingers the awkward way with that other thumb on top, or use your strap here. Open the chest, bow forward, humble warrior. Coming right on the inside of that leg so that over time your head might get closer to the ground. Lift back up, warrior one, lift the arms up. Open up your feet a little wider, warrior two, opening the hips and arms out like a T. Inhale as you reverse your warrior. Exhale to side angle, left elbow to the thigh, right arm up, or extended side angle, left hand to the floor block, maybe reaching that right arm forward. Lift all the way back up, warrior two. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, windmill the hands to the front. Step back, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. And then lower your knees down for camel again, but this time from the knees. You did it from standing earlier. Same thing, hands on your hips or lower back area. Fingers can point up or down. Lift the chest up, push the hips forward, squeeze your elbows and shoulder blades towards one another. Maybe you drop the head back. If that bothers your neck, just tuck your chin in instead. Slowly come up. Now we're just gonna do it one more time and you can stay there or you can try to reach for your heels, one or both heels. So you start the same with the hands on the lower back and then you try to grab your heels and push your hips forward, push the quads forward, lift the chest higher and hold. Now, if you did go for the heels, you want to come out the same way you came in. Hands to your lower back, slowly come up, and then sit down on your feet. Good. Separate your knees, walk your hands forward, child's pose. Downward facing dog. Lift the right leg up, step it forward to your crescent lunge. So in crescent lunge, we stay on the ball of that back foot and lift the arms up. Focus your gaze, lean forward, airplane, sweep the arms back, Degasana. Flex that left foot, try to keep your hips level, palms facing the ground. Standing splits, hands to the floor, the block, or maybe right hand to the back of that right ankle. Lifting the left leg up high without opening the hip and bringing your nose closer to that right leg. Come back up to your fingertips. Lengthen. Now, from here, I want you to feel the difference as you open your hip. So now your left toes are facing the side wall for half moon and peel your left arm up. The hips were square for airplane, but now the hips are open for half moon. You can stay here or you can come into Shavasana, bending the left leg, grabbing the ankle and finding a back bend. Just like dancer pose, but turned on its side. Kicking the heel away from you as you push the chest forward. That's going to help you to balance. If you're holding the foot, let go, and then everybody step back, warrior two. Straighten your right leg for triangle, bring your left foot in just an inch or two, shift your hips back and reach forward. Right hand can go on the shin or the foot, left arm straight up to the ceiling, creating length on both sides of the waist here in Trikonasana. Lift your torso back up. Come back to warrior two. Walk your back foot out and rebend your right leg. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, windmill the hands to the front. Step back, chaturanga, low push up. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. Other side, lift the left leg up and step it forward. Crescent lunge, Anjaneyasana. On the ball of the back foot. Airplane, Degasana, sweep your arms back, palms face down, flex your right foot and internally rotate, square hips. Keep the square hips as you come to standing splits, hands to the floor, the blocks, or maybe left hand to the ankle. But as your nose gets closer to that left leg, you're still trying to lift that right leg up high, but without opening the hip. Now come up to your fingertips, lengthen your spine. You can lower the leg a little bit. Feel the difference as you open the right hip. You stack your right hip on top of the left, flex the foot, half moon, peel your right arm up. Left hand can be on the floor or the block. Focus the gaze. If you want to take that back bend, Shavasana, right hand to the right ankle, kick your heel away from you and push the chest forward. And find that back bend. Let go, straighten the leg, big step back, warrior two, Virabhadrasana B. Then straighten the front leg. Walk your right foot in 1 or 2 inches. Shift the hips back, reach forward, triangle pose. Trikonasana, left hand down, right arm straight up to the ceiling. Lift your torso back up and then readjust your feet and come back to warrior two. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, windmill the hands to the mat and step back. Chaturanga, low push up. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Step to the front. Roll yourself all the way up to stand. And then step long ways on your mat, feet parallel. Interlace the fingers behind the back or use your strap one more time. Open up the chest and fold forward. Prasarita Padottanasana. Straddle forward fold with the hands interlaced. Release the clasp in the hands. Walk your hands through your legs. Walk both hands over to your left ankle or calf and pull your nose closer to the left leg, keeping your feet and legs exactly as they are. And then walk it to the right, grab your right leg and pull your nose to the right leg. Bring it to center, find a flat back, put a little bend to both knees, hands to hips, slowly come up. Step back to the front. First, we're going to do dancer pose without the strap, and then if you have a strap, we'll use the strap, or you'll just repeat this variation twice if you do not have a strap. So left arm reaches up, right hand grabs the inside of your right foot or ankle, or you can go outside if that's better for your shoulder. I like to grab the inside, and then slowly kick that right leg up. Chaturanga dancer pose. Focusing the gaze as you find that back bend. And then release and try the other side. Right arm up, left hand to the left ankle or foot. Bring your knees together and then lifting the leg up, dancer pose. Good, now release, and if you have a strap, you'll want to make a little loop in your yoga strap like this, okay, and put it on one foot. So I'm going to put it on my right foot. If not, just repeat what you just did. If you have the yoga strap, it starts in the right hand if it's on the right foot. Then I'm going to take my elbow up by my head, by my ear here, and start to walk my hands down the strap. Right, over, left, crawl them down the strap till I get as close to my foot as I can. This is technically the full version, or some people call it king dancer, but dancer pose with the overhead grip. So it's a little bit more challenging because of the shoulders. Focus your gaze. It's hard to balance because you got both hands on the strap. Then after you feel like you've held it about 5 breaths or so, then you can gently release and switch to the other side. Putting the strap on the left foot, same thing. If you're not using the strap, make sure you do both sides. If it's on the left foot, it starts in the left hand, and then my left elbow comes up by my ear, and I crawl my hands. One over the other, down the strap. And you might find one side is different. For me, this side's a little bit tighter, so I don't quite get as close to my foot, but you just go as far as you can. Focus your gaze, and then you hold it once you've found that point. And once you feel like you've evened it out, you've done both sides about the same amount of time, you can set the strap to the side. And we'll meet standing at the front of the mat, feet together, hands to prayer, close your eyes, and just stand up tall so you can take a few deep breaths to reset your spine. When you're ready to move, inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, swan dive down. Inhale to a flat back, and then exhale, step to plank, and just hold your plank position. And we're going to lower all the way to the floor, all the way down. Good, forehead down. Airplane arms by your side, squeeze the legs together, and lift everything up. So a few more back bends, lift the chest, lift the legs. Hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Then let one ear rest on the mat, just relax. Now you can either repeat that one or add on by interlacing the fingers together at your lower back. Zip the legs up, lift up. Trying to lift the hands away from the tailbone and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. When you release, try to bring your other ear down and relax. Again, you can repeat one of those two, or you can come into your bow pose, Dhanurasana. Grabbing the outside of your ankles, flex your feet, knees and feet about hips width distance. Kick back through the shins and lift your chest. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release one ear down, let go of your feet, but windshield wiper your shins side to side. Resetting the lower back. And then when you're ready, press all the way back to child's pose. Okay, have a seat and just swing your legs around so that we can lay down on our back for bridge and wheel. We'll do one of each. If you don't want to do wheel pose today, you can repeat bridge and do bridge 2 times. So you lay down, feet are hips width distance apart. Lifting the hips up, palms can be flat, or work on interlacing just the fingers and then wiggling your shoulders underneath you, actively pushing down through the arms as you lift the hips, opening up the chest here in your bridge. Release the fingers, come down. Now again, you can do that one more time, or if you feel ready for wheel, because we've done a lot of back bends, up to you. Hands come up by your shoulders and elbows point up. If your shoulders are still feeling a little tight today, try taking the hands a little wider apart. Lift the hips, press up to the top of the head. You can hang out there and stay there, or push into your hands. Maybe start to think of straightening your arms. Some of you might even straighten your legs. Push your chest through your arms. So you're using your whole spine. You're not just crunching your lower back. You're pressing your chest through your arms to get that chest opening here. When you come down, don't hit your head. Tuck your chin first. Slowly release. Supta Baddha Konasana. Lying down, butterfly. We'll all meet there. Soles of the feet together, knees open wide. Hands can be on the floor, the stomach, overhead, whatever feels good. Resetting your spine after that deep back bend. When you're ready, happy baby, grabbing behind your knees or the inside edges of the feet. Flexing the feet, lengthening the tailbone down, opening up those hips, maybe giving a little rock side to side. And hug your knees in and rock and roll forward and back 2 or 3 times. We're going to come all the way back to down dog. If you want a vinyasa, you can take it, or you can just go to your knees and step back to down dog. Setting up for pigeon, lift the right leg up, bring that right knee forward behind your right wrist. Now, because we've been working on the back bends, have your strap handy. Your right foot is close to you. Left hand is going to reach back and try to grab your left foot and stretch your quad. If your hips are high up off the floor, this might be good. You might want to stay here. If you want to work on king pigeon, take that loop that you had, put it around your foot. Sometimes that's the hardest part. Okay, now, just like you did with dancer, your left hand will start on the strap. Now, if your hips are up, you might want to just keep your right hand on the floor and your left hand on the strap. But if you feel balanced here, you can walk your hands down the strap like we did for dancer and hug the elbows in. In some ways, this is easier than dancer because you're not balancing on one foot. However, if your pigeon is a little bit tight, right, and your hips are not all the way on the floor, then it's still hard because you're still kind of balancing. If you feel really good, you can look up to the ceiling. Again, you can imagine that over time, your hands will try to touch your foot, but that overhead grip is what's challenging. So now when you release, you can set the strap to the side and just fold forward now for your regular one leg pigeon or half pigeon and fold over that front leg. Now walk your hands in, and we'll go back to a three-legged dog. Lifting that right leg up, open the hip and the leg. If you want a vinyasa in between sides, you can take that chaturanga, or you can just kind of shake out your leg and reset in your down dog. And switching sides, left leg up, bring that knee forward for your pigeon, starting upright. So you can start with that quad stretch first with the right hand grabbing the right foot and pulling it in. And this is a nice stretch. You can just stay there. Hold on, let me let someone else into the class. Or if you want to work on your king pigeon, you can do that as well by putting the strap on the back foot. And you might find right away, one side might be different. So if the strap is on my right foot, I start with the strap in my right hand. You can keep your left hand on the floor to help you balance, or you can try to walk both hands as far down the strap as they'll go, looking straight ahead or dropping the head and looking up. Again, these are all just options, right? Variations to work towards the king pigeon. You stick with whatever feels best. You don't have to use the strap here. When you've had enough, then you set that strap to the side. You won't need it anymore. And you fold over your front leg for your regular half pigeon or one leg pigeon. Walk your hands in. Last down dog of the class. So shake out that left leg or take one final chaturanga if you want it. And then we'll meet in our very last down dog and just see how your body's feeling towards the end of your practice compared to that first down dog. Step to the front and have a seat. And extend both legs out straight. Flex the feet, sit up nice and tall. Paschimottanasana, seated forward fold. If you need your strap, you can hold your strap or your legs, your feet, or grab your wrist and drop your head. So it should feel nice to take a forward bend after doing all those back bends. So moving our spine and our back in the opposite direction, still stretching the backs of the legs as well as the lower back here. Slowly come up. Face whatever way you need to so you have space. We're going to straddle the legs out. Upavishta Konasana. So wiggle the legs apart as far as you can. Flex your feet. And first Parsva Upavishta Konasana, side stretch. So right hand to the right ankle or foot. Left arm reaches over your ear, maybe to the foot, maybe past the foot, as far over as you can. Good. Take it to the other side. And then as you come up, try to keep your feet flexed with the toes still going straight up to the ceiling and walk your hands forward and fold as far as you can. Relax your neck. Walk your hands in, carefully guide the legs together, maybe shake them out a little bit, and then you can roll down onto your backs. Hug your knees in, rock a little side to side, draw a couple small circles both directions on your lower back. Then keep the right knee hugging in and extend the left leg long. Give that right knee a squeeze towards the right shoulder. Open your right arm out like a T and use your left hand to twist that leg across for a spinal twist. Bring it back to center. Hug both knees in. Neutralize the spine in between sides. And then we'll switch legs. Keep that left leg in. Straighten that right leg out. Squeeze your left knee to the left shoulder. Open your left arm like a T. Use your right hand to twist that leg across, taking that spinal twist to the other side. Bring everything back to center. Give your knees one more squeeze. Wrap your arms around your shins. Bring your forehead up to your knees. Give yourself a big hug. And then let it go. Coming into Shavasana, our final relaxation. Extending the legs long and letting the feet fall open. Arms relaxing alongside you, palms facing up. Trying to shrug the shoulders away from the ears to help keep the neck long. As you close your eyes, clear away any last remaining thoughts. Take a nice deep inhale through the nose. Exhale all the air out the mouth, letting it go and letting your muscles relax even deeper into the floor. Slowly begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes. And just start to bring some small movements back to your body. Maybe draw in a few circles with the wrists and ankles, moving them in both directions. Maybe gently moving the head a little bit side to side. Anything that feels good to you. When you feel ready, you can reach the arms overhead, reach the legs long, create that nice full body stretch, getting as tall as you can. And hugging the knees into your chest, rolling over to one side, coming into a fetal position. Keeping the eyes closed, use the hands to help press you all the way up into a comfortable seated position. Crossing the legs, sitting up tall, hands coming together at heart center, Anjali Mudra. And taking a couple last deep breaths, scanning the body, noticing how it feels after today's yoga practice. Let's take one more nice deep inhale through the nose. Exhale all the air out the mouth, letting it go. Lifting your hands to your forehead, your third eye center, and bowing forward. Namaste.